And
Who inspired you?
my family, people in my family, my uncle, whose name was Artist, Artis.
Can't get.
He graduated from the Art Institute in Chicago back in the 40s, 3 years ahead of time because they couldn't teach him anything. And my mother wrote poetry. And
He graduated from where? Where did he graduate from?
The Art Institute in Chicago.
In Chicago.
Back in the 40s.
Wow.
3 years ahead of time because they couldn't teach him anything. He just, so I've been around it all my life. And then, I did a lot of stuff in school. Matter of fact, when I was in grammar school, I used to charge $1, $2. I used to do book covers for kids. I was making money.
That's amazing.
And then when I went to the Air Force during the Vietnam era, I was a technical illustrator. That was my job in there.
Technical illustrator.
Yeah.
That's
So
a good profession. I'm sure a lot of artists don't even know about that.
Yeah. So during my time in the military, I got to draw pictures every day. Stuff. But I did some while I was in the military. I got to do some costume designs for Isaac Hayes. I got to do some stuff for Jimi Hendrix. I did a lot of stuff. When I was stationed at Little Rock Air Force Base, I got to do some stuff for Philander Smith College.
So inspirationally, we were given the artists.
Yeah, it just comes, and I really didn't.
Well, you have a particular style. You didn't just wake up and say, let me put some spoons and forks together.
Well, that my sculpture work is a result of me and a friend of mine. He's passed away now. We were sitting around one day talking about it. We said, we need to come up with a new form of art. So one day we was at the thrift store, and I picked up a sterling silver platter. It was kind of tarnished. I started to say, look, man, and I put a spoon and I said, hey, we can make African masks out of.
So it was African inspired.
Oh yeah. And then when I started doing some research on the Europeans went into Africa, that's where all the designs of spoons and forks and platters and trays came from African carved stuff.
Benin.
Yeah, that's where it came from originally. So I'm just repurposing European fine dining cutlery back into images that depict where the concept came from in the first place.
Have you been out?
No.
You want to go?
Yeah. Matter of fact, last week I sold a piece to a couple that live here in Jacksonville. They get ready to move to Ghana, and they want to set up an import thing for me to do my work and send it there. And they're building a house there. They said so. That's finished. I can come. I got a place to stay. So I'm like, oh, okay. So cool. Yeah. But when I was in the military, I did an art show at the African Embassy in Bonn, Germany. And before they saw me, a lot of people thought that I was an African artist. They didn't come, and they were something like, who are you? And I'm the artist. Looking the way I look.
Right.
Yeah.
Bonn, Germany.
Bonn, Germany is where the African Embassy was.
Were you into the forks and spoons then?
No, that didn't do. That only happened maybe 20 years later. But that's about it, So I just do things as they come to me,
What country have you been to where you appreciated the art most?
Just in Europe, period, because the young people there are exposed to art. And the Europeans, they consider the human body a work of art. So you can have a conversation with a 12-year-old kid about nudity and sex. That's on a level, it's like talking to an adult.
Right.
And here, we kind of act like it's taboo, and I'm like, come on, So they have a whole other outlook on art, and it's part of their everyday life.
So what's the next chapter for Walden? Wall decor.
Yeah.
Art.
I've just recently, tomorrow, I I have a meeting with Tony Hill at the James Weldon Johnson YMCA, and he wants to contract with me to do a mural all around the swimming pool depicting African American swimmers and gold medalists.
Senator, former Senator Tony
Yeah,
Hill?
right.
Mhm.
I'll meet with him tomorrow.
Around the what?
The swimming pool that's at the James Weldon Johnson YMCA,
Right.
the new one.
Okay.
Because he said he wanted the young African American kids in the neighborhood to see pictures and images of great swimmers that look like them.
Right.
So that's a project that's in the works, you know. And also I'm doing all the artwork that's in the Dunn's Josephine Hotel in Overtown in Miami. That was one of the few hotels that African Americans could stay at during the 30s and the 40s and the early part of the 50s. And the theme of the entire hotel is the Harlem Renaissance. So each room is named after the Josephine Baker Suite, it's the Nat King Cole Suite, it's the Madam C.J. Walker Suite, and so forth and so forth. So I'm doing it. That's an ongoing process. I've been working on that project for the past 4 years.
So is that like a exhibit or?
No, it's a hotel, and I'm decorating all the rooms.
You're decorating all the rooms.
And my artwork is all down the hall and all
Right.
over the whole place. You know,
Awesome.
I'm doing artwork in every room to depict each room. I'm doing artwork in each room that depicts who the room was named after.
Right. When can we anticipate a completion for that
It's
project?
ongoing. The hotel's been open for the past 4 years. They've been doing business, so
So your art is already there.
my art's already there, and I'm
Right.
still doing stuff. When they come up with different ideas, they'll call me and say, "We need for you to do this," and I make another piece and take it down there, and they.
It's a man, the legend, Lawrence Walden.
I'm trying.